everyone, this is a quick installation video for the Leader Class Jetfire cover plates. These covers are 3D printed, a design I came up with, and they are meant to fill in the gaps that are left from the design Hasbro put together. This set covers basically the empty gap in the leg. There's a huge bicep gap underneath on the bottom portion of the hand, and on the forearm there's a couple spots there. These kits are sold together with left hand, right hand, as well as an instruction sheet, because there are a lot of parts, and as such you kind of need to follow this so you don't get lost because there's a lot there. Basically when they come, they are separated for your left hand, right hand, and what I suggest to do is to open each side of your kit and do one side at a time. Therefore you don't get the parts interchanged with each other, because as I said, there's a lot that are very small. Very small, some of them, and they are color coded on a couple parts that are hard to distinguish which are which you will see as we get a little closer. But there are some red dots and some green dots on a couple parts, so there is no way to get confused as to what goes where. So with that, I suggest you start on the left hand side, which is what I have here. So basically start going through it. Just start on the back side first. You have a couple pieces that will cover the gap in the center, and all these are basically friction joint components. They slide in, they're held in by tabs, they stay locked in place. They're not required for any gluing. I personally glue some stuff on mine just because I like my stuff permanently set, but it's not necessary as all these components stay together. They're basically just a press fit. You should not have to go crazy bending, twisting, or pushing anything ridiculous to get stuff to go in. So let's get started. And it's basically, you follow your instruction sheet, which tells you which of components go to where, and the locations of which. These components we're starting is for his left hand side. So, and it's basically, you just take the component into the position in his arm, line it up, and they simply slide in, push in, and push till you get to the certain depth that you want, and it's that easy. Next set is same thing. You just continue going through, lining it up. They're designed to fit right where they need to go, and just like that, they sit in there fairly nice. Continuing with this portion on the arm, again, it's a simple, they're kind of small components, a little tricky sometimes, but you just get them in, push them in, and they lock in place. Good to go. Next part, I guess we can go his bicep. Now here's where the little part of the trickiness comes into play, as they are a little bit angled to kind of fill in, as these are angled on the portion here. They're not a straight flush design, so these are designed to be in a certain orientation when these go in. So as your sheet shows at the bottom side, the innermost portion, which faces his underarm portion, I guess, would be the green dot. So there's a little bit of an angle, which you can see from the piece when you do it, which corresponds to the angle that it's kind of pivoting up here at this point. A little bit of pivots up here. So, and it's the same thing. You just grab the green one, as the green was on the inside portion, and it just goes in, push down in place. Same thing for the red. Grab it, look for the right angled side, find it, line it up, push them both down in place, and then you are locked in place there. Next set, go to his underneath portion for his hand. Fills in the gap, same thing. Take it, and like I said, they are just a little friction tab at the bottom. Goes in place. Push, push. Perfect. Legs, kind of want to bend this one a little bit, I guess, to get a little better clearance, as you'll see as you go through. Tab at the bottom, same thing here. If you follow your sheet for the leg portion, it'll tell you the square tab has the tab, or the square plate has a tab at the bottom. The angled one is up at the top. So following that, square tabs at the bottom. Let's push it towards the bottom, push in, line in, and everything should line up nice and smooth. Same thing for the angle piece. This portion of the tab goes at the top of the leg. So get it flush at the top. And once it's flush, just push a little bit and you are set. Very straightforward, nothing crazy with installation, you know, everything's, you know, tight. You know, nothing falls out, it stays in place. But if you want to glue anything, you can. It's up to you. But basically, that completes everything for the right, or I'm sorry, for his left-hand side. Right-hand side is exactly the same thing and done the exact same way. So, any questions, comments, leave below. If there's any questions at all, also you can send an email. We can get back to you and let you know, or if you have any problems with anything, but it should be pretty straightforward and should take care of it. Really completes the look. Adds a lot to the figure. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you have any issues, please let me know. Thanks.